What's up, everybody? Josh or Miho here. I hope everybody's doing good and well and stuff. I got an album review to do for you, and I'm going to show it to you right now. This is the new album from the band Mammoth Grinder entitled Underworlds. This is released on 20 Bucks Spin. Now, if you're not too familiar with this band, they are based out of Austin, Texas, and the best way to describe the sound of this band would be a very volatile and overall crushing blending of death metal mixed with some hardcore, some punk, and some sludge elements thrown in there too. I mean, if you were to take elements of bands like Autopsy and Entombed with some elements of Discharge and early 1980s proto-metal, you would definitely have what Mammoth Grinder are going for. These guys have been around since 2005, if I'm not mistaken, and they've put in a good amount of work. A lot of EPs, a lot of splits, and two full lengths prior to this. The only material I'm very much familiar with is their second album, Extinction of Humanity, and the 2011 split that they did with Hatred Surge, which coincidentally features members of Mammoth Grinder. Yeah, those releases definitely showed the kind of heaviness and daring attitudes that this band can definitely showcase and put to good use. Yeah, great stuff. Great musicianship. Very heavy, very sludge Latin, very crushing stuff. I loved it. Now, when I found out that they had a new record coming out, I was pretty interested to see what was going to be next. So, finally picked this up, and yeah, here we go. It's 10 tracks, and it clocks in at around 28 minutes in length. And I really haven't heard much of this album until the minute I had left from Austin all the way back to San Antonio because I went to the Frank Irwin Center to see Black Sabbath. Black Sabbath were great, but when I put this album on in the car, holy shit. I did not expect this album to be as heavy as it was. I mean, if you think Black Sabbath is heavy, you have no idea what you're in store for if you happen to be listening to this on a nice drive. This album is just balls deep heavy. Probably one of the heaviest damn things I've listened to in 2013 so far. I mean, from the minute you put this album on, you get to the title track, Underworlds. This song does not hesitate to kick you square in the nuts. It definitely has that kind of impact, and it definitely is like that throughout the remaining course of this album. It's short, it's sweet, it's to the point, and it is definitely so crushing. The guitar riffs are definitely amazing on this album. Some great riff work. Just the way the guitar is played, just the chords. It kind of gives you that hardcore kind of influence in the way some of the riffs are being picked and the way the chords are structured. It's definitely something special. I mean, when you get to songs like Wraparound Eyes and Paragon Pusher, you have some really sick and twisted riffs going on. It's almost amazing to even some of the blazing kind of solo work. It almost has a Jeff Hanneman, Eric Cutler kind of quality to the soloing, and I think it's really damn awesome. I really enjoyed it a lot. The same can be said for the bass. I think the bass is incredibly audible, very clear. It has that nice punch and rumble that you would expect on a death metal record. If you had death metal blended in with other musical styles, the bass guitar work is definitely awesome here. I want to say on the closing track, Moral Crux. I think that's a song that definitely utilizes both the guitar and the bass work very well. It almost kind of brings forward the Autopsy influence of this band, almost a death doom kind of structuring, but yet it still maintains its good qualities with the way the guitar riffs are, bass and guitar wise. So it's really awesome. Drum wise, the drums are definitely an awesome showcase of fortitude and hard work. Great drum work all the way throughout. I really enjoy the way the beats are. It almost kind of has a Remission era Mastodon kind of feel to the drums. Just so heavy, so crazy. I just love the way the snare is on this album. It just sounds great. I really enjoy the way the beats are. There's a little bit of a D beat crust type of vibe to the drums. I really enjoy the way that they're being played. It's mainly fast-paced all the way throughout, but when things start to slow down, they definitely showcase themselves very good. I really enjoy the drum work of this album, and the pacing and the speed. It is so infectious. I love it. And vocal-wise, I think the vocals are pretty killer. If I'm not mistaken, the guy that does guitar and vocals for this band is also the drummer for a really awesome crossover thrash band based out of Dallas called Power Trip. Power Trip are an amazing band. Definitely check them out if you haven't had the chance. But this is another band that he happens to be involved with. I guess his bread and butter band, I guess you could say. Um, yeah, his vocals here are killer. Very rough, rugged, and raspy. I really enjoy this guy's vocal style, the way he delivers his words and says his lyrics. It's amazing. Definitely a vocalist to pay attention to, and definitely have your ears and your eyes peeled, waiting to find out what he's going to say next or how he's going to deliver his words. I think his vocal work is incredible here. So overall, this is an album that exceeded my expectations. I wasn't expecting to love this as much as I do, but I definitely enjoy this album a great deal. If you're into hardcore punk, sludge, death metal, if you're into early Mastodon, if you're into death metal like Autopsy or death and roll like Entombed, hardcore punk, Discharge, you'll definitely have something to enjoy with Mammoth Grinder. This is definitely a band that does many different hybrids of music styles, but I think they pull it off tremendously here with this album. Underworlds is a great album, and I definitely recommend that you check it out. Yeah, and it's good that I happened to pick it up in Austin, Texas at Waterloo Record Store. It's awesome. If you're in Austin, check out Waterloo. Great record store to buy stuff from. If I had to pick any favorite tracks, I would definitely have to say Wrap Around Eyes, Paragon Pusher, Cogs in the Machine. That's probably one of the best tracks on this entire album. Rope Ride, and Born in a Bag. Great, great songs. So I'm going to leave you some links in the description box as to where you can hear this and pick this up. You can listen to it on the 20 Bucks Spin page, where you can buy it digitally and stream it officially. Hear it for yourself, be your own judge, buy it digitally if you care to. Also, it is available in the 20 Bucks Spin web store, where you can buy this digipack. Nice digipack showcasing the artwork, nice art on the CD and on the back of the digipack, and it's also available on vinyl in both blue and black pressings. So I'm going to show you the album again. This is Underworlds by Mammoth Grinder. This is released on 20 Bucks Spin. Definitely check this out. And as far as the score is concerned, I'm going to give this a really solid 9 out of 10. Really awesome album. Way better than I thought it was going to be. Definitely support Mammoth Grinder. Support this great band. I'm going to conclude this review. Thanks a lot for watching. Thanks for showing my channel. And until next time, Army Ho out.